Hey, Flex.
Oh, come on, we gotta do better now. What's up, Sao Paulo?
What's up, Flex?
You ready for Ronnie? Understand?
Well, let's have a little chat about it. Alguém quer levantar alguma pergunta? A gente vai conversar aqui. E a ideia é trazer essa oportunidade. Vocês estão num workshop tanto de prática quanto de ciência. E aí a gente quer trazer algumas perguntas de vocês aqui. Alguém gostaria de começar? E aí? Era para deixar eu.
Don't be shy.
Da preparação para possivelmente ir na Open em 2020.
We're starting the first question of the day is always about the Open Class 2020. First of all, how many of you guys and girls speak English? Oh, that's a lot. Okay, this is just for you guys. I'm joking now.
Calma que eu vou traduzir para quem não fala.
For me, I like to have a laugh and I like to have a joke, so you have a hard time to translate my jokes, so I'm sorry. But to answer your question, 2020 obviously is going to be a big year for me. My plan is to jump onto the open class stage. I've just had a great year. I've done a lot of traveling over the last 6 weeks. And I've just had a good break away from the gym in the last couple of weeks. So I'm down in size at the moment, but again, there's always a method to every madness, as they say. So I'm looking forward to starting off 2020 with a big plan.
Bom, ele falou para quem fala inglês, então, se vocês me permitem, né? Ele teve muitas viagens esse ano, ele está com um volume um pouco menor do que ele deveria estar, mas ele está pensando muito na competição de 2020, né? E que vai ser um projeto a ser levado adiante. To win? To win?
Well, every single show I've ever done is to win. That's my plan. I always train to win, and myself and Ronnie, who is the greatest of all time, it'll be Ronnie Coleman. We just done a little mini seminar up on the expo stage. And we had Ronnie just giving me some amazing words of advice for this year's Mr. Olympia. So to hear it from Ronnie Coleman direct is just motivation in itself. He was actually asked a question and he was talking to me. So, yeah.
Bom, mindset que eu falo para vocês, né? Toda competição que ele sobe no palco, ele sobe para vencer. E aliás, ele estava conversando com o Ronnie Coleman isso e o Ronnie estava dando algumas dicas para ele sobre provavelmente o que ele tem que fazer. E assim, Ronnie Coleman, né, pessoal? Com licença, deixa eu inventar o Ronnie. Perguntas? Aproveitem. Então eu vou perguntar, tá bom? You obviously had traveled a lot in this last year, and I followed you up with Instagram, and man, someday you were in Africa, and another day you were in Paris, and it's even harder to talk on the phone, right? So how do you manage your trainings?
Good question. And first of all, Dr. Bozi, you have been, he's a great friend. He messaged me on WhatsApp. Paolo just, again, keeps in contact with me all around the world, giving me advice. So for me, thank you very much. As probably as you guys will know, I do a lot of traveling with the IFBB Pro League. And again, it's a blessing to go around the world and travel and see different countries and experience different cultures. Experience different cultures. So the most difficult part, as again myself and Ronnie spoke about earlier, is eating and training on the road. For me, this is the fun part, talking, meeting each and every one of you, taking pictures with yourself, with your kids. That is very enjoyable. But then when it comes to training and eating, that's the most difficult part for myself, to keep on the regiment. So, listen, I know when I'm on the road, I lose weight. I've just been on the road for the last 4 weeks. I've lost 20 pounds. Yes, but the Olympia is not next week, right? The Olympia is in October of next year. So when it comes down to making a plan, I make that plan. There's a saying, make a plan to fail. So I've done all my traveling for this year. This is actually the last of my travels. So then, as I said earlier, I'll be starting 2020 off the band with that title in mind.
Essa vai ser uma das últimas viagens dele, porque nessas últimas 4 semanas ele perdeu praticamente 20 libras de peso. 20 libras, se você multiplicar por 0,456, dá mais ou menos uns 12 quilos, não, acho que uns 10 quilos. Alguém faz as contas para mim, que eu sou médico, eu sou péssimo em matemática. I'm terrible at math. I'm just telling them between kilos and pounds. 20 pounds, about 10 kilos, approximately. Ron, Big Ron. I don't think you will remember, but we were in Germany 2010 at FIBO, and I asked you why to train so hard with so much weight, because I think everyone in this room watched your film, your video. I have those cassette tapes from 1998, and you said to me, wow, guys just love to see us putting up too much lift, too much weight. And do you think that all that weight was necessary for you to win this 8 Olympics?
Of course, I'm going to agree with that because that's what I did. I think it was absolutely necessary for me to do what I did with the weight that I did. What probably some people don't understand is I'm a naturally strong guy, so it takes a lot of weight for me to make certain gains and accomplish certain things. So I've been training, all my life. So I have about 43 years of hard, heavy weight training behind me. And I started when I was very young. I was 12, 13 years old, and fell in love with it right away. And first thing I noticed was that I was very strong when I started. It's like some people are gifted with strength. Some people are gifted with, just being a genetically gifted bodybuilder. I kind of combine both of the two together.
Bom, ele fala que existem pessoas que estão geneticamente favorecidas, são bodybuilders geneticamente favorecidos. E que nesses 43 anos de treino que ele tem, porque ele começou alguma coisa entre 11 e 12 anos, ele sempre foi um sujeito muito forte. Desde sempre ele teve muita força. E ele foi um sujeito que conseguiu combinar essas duas coisas, a força e a capacidade de ganho de massa muscular. E que muita gente não presta atenção nisso. Ele já tinha força. E que o ganho de massa muscular, ele acabou vindo porque ele se exerceu nessa força. E isso tem grande relação com ele ter conseguido ganhar esses 8 Olímpios que ele ganhou. Alguém quer fazer alguma pergunta antes de eu continuar? Manda, Carlão. Começando. Almost. Fala, Carlão.
Ô pai, deixa eu falar something no WhatsApp. Não ouvir de mim?
Lógico, sim.
Não, esse era agora.
Carlão, a gente vai estudar mais inglês, Carlão.
Não, eu vou amar que você está cobrando.
O próximo treino vai ser em inglês, Carlão. Lightweight, baby.
Essa pergunta seria para os dois.
Tá.
King Volume tem 8, Flex tem 7, Arnold 7, e o Hit agora 7 Olímpias. Dos dois, qual semelhança eles podem dar entre todos esses multicampeões e se eles podem apontar uma qualidade de cada um desses multicampeões? Aí vem, pai.
Falou, muito orgulho de você. É seu neto, pode ele, não tem nada a ver com isso. He's asking for both of you. He says, Phil Heath, Arnold, Ronnie, you have won multiple Olympics. What do you guys think that is the major, maybe quality that responds for it all?
Of course, I can't do it. Well, it's easy for me since I've been there and done it. So has he, but for me it was all about being consistent. I consistently train hard, dieted hard. I stayed focused and always did what I did from one year to the next to win, which goes back to being consistent. As a saying I got, if you always do what you always done, you always get what you always got. So I just pretty much just did the same thing that I did every single year to win once I got the formula to win. And it all evolves around training hard, dieting hard, staying consistent, and making tons upon tons of sacrifices. And that's by far the hardest thing to do in a sport. Make all those sacrifices. Not being able to do certain things is what I'm trying to say. Can't hang with the family, can't go to parties, can't hang out, can't be a normal person, basically.
Well, he doesn't understand shit. I'm gonna explain to him, okay? But he's a good kid, you know. He's big, he's a rapper, you know. He raps singing, he's good. He's a good boy. Yes. Ele falou pra te dar o... Você te mandar uma palhinha pra nós? He wants to hug you. He wants to hug you.
This is our time first. You're next, okay? Let's tell you.
Ah, meu Deus, olha só. Big Ron, King Ron, ele fala que a coisa mais importante que ele fez foi a consistência, que é o que vocês também, a gente sempre busca mostrar para vocês aqui, né? E o que ele fala também que é muito importante? Sobre os sacrifícios. Então, sobre os sacrifícios, ele não conseguia estar o tempo inteiro com a família, ele, quando a família, ele não conseguia participar daquilo que estava sendo feito, ele tem que repetir de forma praticamente regrada aquilo que ele fazia para ganhar toda vez. Então a consistência fez ele ser quem ele é hoje, ter todos os títulos que ele é hoje, mas ele sempre faz essa ressalva, que os sacrifícios eles foram muito grandes. Would you add something else?
Yeah, I would agree to everything that Ronnie said, but a little bit of a twist. For me, I've been governed to a weight limit every single year. So the difference is rediscovering and actually evolving my mindset as to why I want to make and repeat and go for that title every single year with very little to if any change. So again, I'm working with ounces. For me, the first year I won, I think I was maybe 209 pounds, so I had 3 pounds to make improvements with. So I haven't trained my calves in 12 years. So I'm not going to train my calves anytime soon. So I had to put that 3 pounds on in different areas, my chest and back and something, and obviously etc. As the years went on, I had to again evolve. This is a long story. Should I stop and move? Okay. So as the years went on, the first year, obviously everyone wants to win the first title. The second year was defending that title to make sure that you, as well as everybody else, knew that it was not a fluke. The third year was the 50th anniversary for Mr. Olympia. I wanted to win that. The fourth year, we found out that my wife was pregnant, so that was another motivation. See, it's a long story.
Sorry, man. Bom, o que ele fala? Ele fala que para ele é quase a mesma coisa, mas ele teve um desafio a mais. Ele sempre teve que lidar com o limite de peso. Então, cada libra que ele punha mais, cada ounce que ele punha mais, ele tinha que ser muito específico onde ele ia colocar, se ele ia colocar na panturrilha, se ele ia colocar no dorsal, para saber aonde está faltando. Ele não podia se dar ao luxo de simplesmente, eu vou crescer, eu não posso olhar, eu tenho que, tudo que vier é bom. Não, ele tinha que olhar com muito critério aonde ele estava ganhando esse músculo para saber se realmente aquilo faria diferença. Né? And the first Mr. Olympia?
First Mr. Olympia was obviously winning it. The second one was defending it, to prove to myself that I wasn't afraid.
O primeiro Mr. Olympia foi ele ganhando, o segundo foi ele defendendo ele, provando para ele mesmo que ele de fato merecia aquele título. The third
was the 50th year anniversary of Joe Williams, Mr. Olympia.
O terceiro foi o 50º aniversário do Mr. Olympia.
The fourth year was me finding out that my wife was pregnant, so I found another gear.
O quarto ano foi quando a esposa dele ficou grávida e aí ele teve uma nova motivação para ganhar.
And then the fifth year, I remember, for all you hardcore fans, I remember seeing a photo when I was young of Sergio Oliva bringing Sergio Oliva Jr. up on stage, and I wanted to do that with my daughter. So I trained all year to make sure that happened. Number 5.
O quinto Mr. Olympia, I'm gonna ask you to repeat that because this is
Sergio Oliva.
Sergio Oliva, the son.
Sergio Oliva Jr. up on stage. And there's a photo. You remember this, Ronnie? There's an iconic photo of Sergio Oliva holding Sergio Oliva Jr. up on stage.
O quinto foi quando o Sergio Oliva trouxe o Sergio Oliva Jr. no palco. E aquilo para ele ficou uma coisa icônica. Ele falou assim, eu quero repetir isso aqui.
And then, sorry, Ronnie distracted me. Sorry.
Very distracting person.
So then the sixth year was a year that, again, was going to be my last year. I said that I trained, I accomplished everything. I felt that I achieved everything as a 212 guy. And then I was training with Dallas McCarver, and he passed away 3 weeks before the show. So that was very hard for me, losing my training partner, and obviously had to go through the whole funeral and everything else. And I really went through a really tough time for that last 3 weeks, and obviously after the show. And I really had to just focus on the end results because we trained for that show, and I'd done it for Dallas.
O sexto ano era o ano que ele ia interromper a carreira. Só que era a época que ele treinava com o Dallas McCarver, que vocês lembram que faleceu. E isso aconteceu antes do show e foi muito difícil para ele. E ele achou motivação e foco nisso que ele ia vencer, até para honrar esse compromisso e esse propósito que ele tinha que fazer.
So as everybody knows, I retired from the 212 class last year, and it took me quite a while to actually get my hand into that prep, because I said number 6 was going to be it, and then I was just kicking my feet in the gym. I was like, you know what, this is not how I want to go out. There's a lot of young guys that are coming through, new guys, that really had never seen the start of the 212. These guys were coming in, they were cocky, they were talking a lot of talk, and I was like, I'm going to end this my way. And obviously you guys seen last year, and I felt that was the best ever look that I brought to the stage. I killed myself to get into that weight because my body does not like the 212 class. My body is ready to step on stage without obviously the off-season improvements. Around about 226, 228, something like that. So every single year for the last couple of years, I've had to look at the scale, look at the mirror, and it's telling me I'm ready. Look at the scale, it's telling me I'm not. So last year's Olympia was the one that I dug deep. It was incredibly hard, but again, I've done it for all you guys, the fans, all the Dallas McCarver supporters, and everyone believed in me for number 1 to end my career on a high and go out the way I should have gone out.
O ano passado, o que aconteceu? Ele decidiu que ele ia parar e ele estava chutando pedrinha na academia que ele tem, ele treina na academia própria. E aí, o que ele começou a ver? Ele começou a ver que começou a chegar um monte de gente nova que nunca tinha visto o que era o 212, que não tinha visto começar, que não sabia por que estava começando, chegando com o nariz em pé, chegando todos metidos, todos arrogantes. Ele falou, pera lá, eu vou ensinar vocês do meu jeito como é que faz isso daí. E ele voltou a treinar novamente, o que para ele era uma grande dificuldade, porque ele ganha peso muito rápido. Então, o que ele vivencia no dia a dia? Ele olha no espelho, o espelho fala, teu corpo está pronto. Ele sobe na balança e fala, putz, teu corpo não está. Sempre tem essa dificuldade para segurar peso. This is the major thing that made you go for the open class, this hard part of maintaining your weight.
Absolutely. You and I have spoken about it many times before, and I would say out of the 5 years I've been the champion, of the 7 years I've been the champion, 5 of them years I've really had to suck it in. I know I've had a career, I've had issues as well. I mean, anybody at the top end of the 212 class has all had issues to suck it in. It was just for me, if my training was to be taken away from me in the off season, and they told me, you know, to change my training and my training style, or bodybuilding's done. I would train every single year to make improvements, and then I have to die them off every single year. So the most exciting thing for me right now is there is no breaks. And I'm very excited to start 2020 with a blast, and you know, give all you guys who are excited to see me on our 2020 stage everything that you really not even seen before, including me. I've never seen the best ever Flex Lewis, and I'm very excited to jump on that stage next year and present it to all you guys. So thank you.